pain of love became the medicine for every pain, and the love of my Giridhar, the Lord, became my support. Why do you sleep, wake, and see that the world is the house of love? Do not be lost in doubt and restlessness. My beloved dwells in my heart. That was Mira's realization. To search for your lover on the inside. What a magnificent way of searching. What a beautiful way of searching. The only place where your search can end. If the object of your love is somewhere in the world, is somewhere in heaven, there is no way for you to get there. As long as there is some distance between you and what you're searching for, that distance will always be there. You cannot eliminate distance. You cannot remove distance. If you see, in theory, in concept, as an idea that something is outside of you, then it is not worth longing for. It is not worth striving for. It could be the greatest of things. In the worldly sense, it could be the best of things. You only have to ask one question. Is it inside me or is it outside me? If it is outside, then if I get it, I will enjoy it. I will not waste my whole life longing for it. At least in that way, you will not throw away whatever you have, and you will not madly be chasing after things. You will know what you're searching for is on the inside. Love and devotion makes it natural for you not to be obsessed with your own ways of looking at things. It does not feed the ego. It does not build the mind. It is a very simple process. Sitting in silence. Longing for a connection with that one thing. Seeing yourself as an extension of that thing, whatever that might be. As long as it is not human, it is not something that you can get to on the outside, it will continue to remove your delusions. At least it won't add more delusions. That's the only thing that is required. You don't have to consciously remove all that you have accumulated. Stop accumulating new things. The past will drop by itself. You don't have to go and pick a shovel and clean your inside. You don't have to remove thoughts of the past. You just have to guard yourself against picking all kinds of new fancy thoughts and dreams that are floating around. You just have to learn to stay in the now. If you're unable to sit in the now, then dance in the now. If you're not able to dance in the now, then sing in the now. Do something in the now. Don't go into the mind. Yes, people will look at you and say you're mad. Be mad. Be mad like Ramdas. Be mad like Mira. Because that is the madness that leads to the ultimate. Most people will die in absolute disillusionment. Throughout their lives, they'll continue to believe, because they are a part of a large congregation of people, they are all living in the same mental asylum. Till that last moment, they'll continue to believe that they've done something very important. They've done some work that is useful. They've lived a life that is meaningful. But in the end, the realization will hit them. I should have done something entirely different. Now, if I did something totally different from those in this asylum, I would be regarded as mad. In fact, that should become your measuring yardstick. More people look at you and say, I am not able to understand your lifestyle. I am not able to understand what you're doing. That should give you a sense of comfort. At least my life is not so delusional, so ordinarily lunatic that everybody understands it. If everybody understands your life, know that you are wasting it. The path of love, the path of devotion, or even the path of knowledge, the path of understanding, the object can be anything. How you connect to it is not important. What you're connecting to is also not that important. What is the process? Is it churning you on the inside? Is it bringing all your submerged, hidden thoughts to the surface? Is it giving you an opportunity to know what pain is, what suffering is, what a dream is, what a desire is, what love is, what detachment is? Is this all happening intuitively in the now? And while this is happening, you are far away from accumulating unwanted new thought processes. At least you know that you're not creating your own fake rules. How is it that so many people can accept the madness of life as something normal? It's because they all know the rules. They've been taught, they've been conditioned to play by these rules. As long as they're playing by these rules, they'll continue to think that they are fine. But who has made these rules? If you have written your own rules, then that is the biggest trap. There is no way for you to see how it is keeping you trapped, because it's an extension of your own mind, extension of the minds of those around you. Some alien, some unknown entity who knows nothing about human life should come and look at humanity and say, what you're doing is right. Whatever you're doing is so meaningful. Till then, you have to be skeptical, because you're living in the world where you have written your own rules. A man walks into a bar and orders 3 pints of beer. He sits down and drinks them all by himself, alternating sips from each glass until they are empty. The bartender watches with curiosity but doesn't say anything. The next day, the man returns and orders 3 pints again. He drinks them in the same manner, alternating sips from each glass until they are empty. This goes on for several days until the bartender's curiosity gets the best of him. "Excuse me," the bartender says. "I don't mean to pry, but why do you always order 3 pints and drink them the way you do?" The man smiles and replies, "I have 2 brothers, and we used to go out for a drink together every night. Now they live far away, so we each drink this way to remember the good times and feel like we are still together." The bartender nods, touched by the story. A few weeks later, the man comes in and orders only 2 pints. He drinks them in his usual manner, and the bartender grows concerned. When the man comes up to pay, the bartender gently says, "I noticed you only ordered 2 pints today. I am sorry for your loss." The man looks confused for a moment, then says, "Oh no, everyone's fine. I just decided to quit drinking." We make up our own rules in a way that we cannot even see how it is trapping us. We keep arranging, rearranging life, never allowing for the true madness to reveal itself. Once in a while, this madness takes a human form. Mira is madness personified. She cannot be understood by a worldly mind. You cannot even go near her. You cannot reason with her. You cannot argue with her. You cannot convince with her. Nothing in the world. You cannot give her anything that can change her mind. You cannot move her out of her path. She will dance till she disappears. If that kind of madness can take hold of you, if you can be drunk in love so much that the world loses all its allure, all its charm, all its intoxication, you are so drunk in your own understanding of love, a love that is ultimately your own, which will become your very self. You are drunk in your own being. She was drunk in her own being. She just didn't know. She was just using the human language. It was because she was drunk in her own self. Nobody could dissuade her from her path. If you can bring this much of intensity, this much of longing to all your ordinary activities, you can turn all of them into a path. Each one opens into a path. Instead of asking, what is the right method? What is the right way? Where is the right teacher? Your own life, the routine of activities you're doing, can you ask deeper questions? If you are a singer, ask, why do you sing? Do you sing to earn money? Do you sing to become famous? Do you sing to amuse yourself? Or do you sing to get lost? Go deeper. Why do you dance? Why do you write? Why do you do what you do? Why do you breathe? Why do you walk? Why do you eat? Why do you live? If you can intuitively answer this question, you will know what Mira was experiencing. You will know what the path of love is.